Okay, so this is gonna be a beginner's guidebook. If you are just starting out in the gym, you gotta watch this because this is 5 tips that every beginner needs to know before going into the gym. I wish if I could go back in time to talk to my younger self and give him advice. These are the 5 things that I would tell him. Out of all the fitness advice, these things are what I would say. So, starting off with number 1 is fun max your routine. So, what do I mean by that? What do I mean is fun maxing your routine is doing the things that you want to do. Don't listen to people on the internet unless they are something that you would want to do. That includes me. So, if I were to give you a piece of advice in a workout routine, and I would say, oh, this is the best routine, this is this, da 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 da. Okay, listen to the video, take into account, absorb what I say, but don't do exactly what I say unless you enjoy it. If you try what I tell you to do and you hate it, don't do it, because that's going to lead you to not enjoying the gym, and that could lead you to quitting, which is not what we want at all. So many beginners I've seen and I've heard that they quit when they just are starting out because they don't have the right workout routine. They're following all these internet routines online and they don't like it, and they just think that the gym is not for them. That is so not true. Just optimize for the workout that you want to do. So how do we actually fun max? How do we actually do that? So what you should do is go into the gym and try out all the different weights. Try out literally every possible exercise you can think of. From using the dumbbells, from using the Smith machines, from literally everything. And then you find what you want, and then you can throw out the other stuff that you don't like. And then as you get further down the line, you can think about, okay, what exercises can I enjoy and what exercises are the most optimal? But yeah, that's going to save, that could very well save, that tip alone could very well save your fitness career, like your time in the gym. When I was younger, I just kind of did what everyone told me to do, and I really had a miserable time in the gym. I wasn't looking forward to the gym like I do now. Now, I look forward to the gym all the time. I look forward to my chest days because of how I kind of set it up, and the feeling that I get when I'm, doing the exercises, because they're enjoyable, they're fun. Same thing with biceps. Same thing with legs. I just straight up enjoy the gym, and I didn't before, and that is the main reason. Okay, number 2 is keep everything in the gym short and sweet. You don't have to be in the gym for a crazy amount of time. A lot of people get this so backwards. People think you have to spend more time in the gym to get more muscle built, and that is so not true. Because think about it, right? If you're in the gym for a longer period of time, over that course of time, your muscles are going to deteriorate, right? They're going to break down, they're going to get tired, and then you're going to be lifting a suboptimal weight that you could lift more if your muscles weren't tired. So what's the point? You're lifting excuse me. You're lifting suboptimally, and you could actually be lifting better if you just kept everything short so you get the most out of your muscle. And since recovery is so important, it allows you to have more recovery time. I used to go into the gym and I used to do so much volume. I think I was in there for like 3 hours, which is awful, which is like a fraction of what I do now. I'm in there for, let me think. How long was I in there yesterday? I think I was in there for like 35 minutes. I hit a full-blown leg day in 35 minutes. So that's the power of a speedy gym sessions. And listen, I understand if you're really into the gym and you really want to lift a bunch of weight and you really want to stay in there. Just trust me on this one. Just don't do that. Don't stay in the gym for hours on end, because you will make less progress than you would if you just stayed out of it over time. The third thing is kind of ties into what I was saying a little bit in the previous one, but recovery is just as important as going into the gym. Because if you go to the gym and you lift great weight, okay, awesome, that's fantastic. But if you're not doing the proper recovery, your body's not going to grow, right? Does that make sense? Like if you shred and tear the weight and you don't take protein, you don't sleep properly, you don't take rest days, take your proper amount of rest days, you're not going to grow. It doesn't matter how much you fun max. It doesn't matter how intentional you are with your workouts. If you can't recover properly, you will never make gains, ever. So you need to learn how to recover and how to do that. There's actually a couple recovery videos on my channel that you could watch. So have a look at those if you're interested. But yeah, like I'll just do a quick overview of what, recovery looks like. So there are a couple different ways that you can recover. The one right after the gym is getting protein in. So what I do is I make a protein smoothie every single day, even if I'm not going to the gym, just to have that protein in, just to have that going, and to kind of repair any muscle that wasn't really repaired from the day before. And most importantly is right after my workouts, because after the workout, there's about I believe it's a 2-hour window where that's the optimal time to get protein in, because it's gonna go straight to your muscles, and you need protein to repair everything, because in the gym, your muscles have a bunch of micro tears in them, and the tears just don't go back together. They tear and then they get bigger. They tear and they get bigger. And the kind of the stuff that you put in the bricks, right? When you're building a structure, you don't just stack the bricks on top of each other, right? I forget what it's called, but I think it's called like mortar or something like that. But when you're building a house, you notice the bricks have like spaces in between them, right? It's the same thing with protein. Protein fills those little gaps so your muscles can get bigger and bigger and bigger. Next up for recovery is sleep. Sleep is incredibly important, because that's when most of your muscle is being built and most of your muscle is being repaired. Your body's shut down and you're in recovery mode. Everything's kind of doing its thing. So to maximize sleep, have a good nighttime routine, whatever that looks like for you. And then get a good amount of hours in. I would highly recommend 7 to 9 hours of sleep, not just in bed, because there's this thing called sleep efficiency, and it's the time you are actually in bed is not the time you are actually asleep, because you don't fall asleep as soon as you get in bed, right? So you need to be in bed for probably about 10 hours if you have a rough sleep efficiency. So just 2 little quick tips about recovery. And then this is a really important one, number 4. This is one that has killed me. This is really excuse me, I don't know why my throat's so scratchy this morning. This one is, I can't even say enough about this one. This one, if I did this, I could have been a lot bigger, and I could have completely changed. So don't worry if you, I gotta sneeze now, man. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one has to deal with consistency. Don't worry if you miss a day. People get consistency so wrong. People think consistency is just keeping a streak, and if you reset that if you reset that streak, it's everything goes back to day zero. How heartless is that, right? How terrible is that? Like, if there's a guy who's, he's kind of fat in the gym and he's working hard, but he accidentally misses a day, and then some little weirdo goes up to him and says, "Oh, you missed a day, all your progress resets." How heartless is that? How terrible is that? That's such a big no-no. So don't worry if you miss a day. Consistency is not a streak, it's volume over time. So it's basically like, did you ever quit? Even if you're a couple weeks off from the gym, you're still consistent in the gym. You're still going to the gym. You just haven't gone in a little bit. Reframe your mind and stop thinking about streak thinking and start thinking about consistency over a period of time. Volume over a period of time. That is consistency. And then the last one. This one I feel like is very, very important because it can save you from serious injuries, and it can kind of help you understand your limits a little bit. So there's a huge difference between pain, like your muscles are having a problem, and soreness. It's amazing to be sore. Try and get to be sore after every single workout. Try and push yourself to the point where you feel a little bit of soreness and you feel a little bit of pain when you wake up the next morning. That's how you know you did a good workout. But if you feel like sharp pains everywhere and your mind is telling you, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe we should take an extra rest day. Maybe we should not go to the gym today. Listen to your mind. Like, there's a difference between saying, "Oh, I don't feel like going," and your body saying, "Hey, we need a minute. Something's wrong here. We need to time out." Because if you don't listen to your body, you have a very, 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 very high risk of tearing something and messing something up, and the recovery time is several weeks to several months, depending on what you tear. So, would highly recommend not doing that. Just please just take your body seriously, and don't worry. Like I said in the fourth point, don't worry if you miss a day. It's okay. If you have to take another rest day, take another rest day. So now, with that, I don't want you to watch this video and be like, "Oh, okay, cool video, whatever." I want you to actually think about every point that I've said in the video. Rewind if you have to. Rewind to some other points if you have to rewatch them again. Take every point in this video seriously, and you will have fantastic progress. Like, it will genuinely skyrocket, because if I know for a fact, if I had this when I first started in the gym, I would have possibly a different physique right now. Like, things would be so different. So, this is a genuine cheat code for the gym. Yeah, proud of you. You're gonna do great things. Best of luck on your next lifting session. You got this.